Alright, well, we saw Ghostbusters recently, the new one. Me, my friend Nate. By the way, my name's Benway. Ben, not Benaway.
This is Matt.
Hello.
And I'm Jeff. Me and Ben write for the Outhousers,
Yep.
and we are here to give you a quick vlog on Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Namely speaking, this is the movie that the internet tore itself apart over. I mean, really, guys, it's to give you a short little review. It's okay. It's okay. I liked it. Everybody else will give their opinions in a minute, but basically, go see the movie for Kate McKinnon. She's the best part of it. I mean, you will seriously fall in love with the actress and the character of Holtzman. Patty is also a really good character in there too. She really gives the everyman, every woman, every person perspective, and some flaws, in my opinion. There seemed like a bit of the movie that was cut out that could have explained some things a little bit more. But other than that, it was okay. I mean, really, guys, there's so much. There's really just so much more important stuff to get bent out of shape about than this movie. Guys, trust me, it's okay. It is okay. Just go and see it. It's not terrible. It's not going to ruin your childhood. Just if you want to see it, great. If you don't, that's fine too. But I liked it. It's okay. Ben?
This cool pin.
Alright, yeah, same thing. Yeah, this is definitely Ghostbusters. This is the movie we fought for. This is the movie that men proclaim destroy their childhood while women proclaim, no, this is the revolution since Fury Road. It's not. It's an old, well, it's kind of, it has that kind of that cash grab feel where they, instead of trying to do something innovative, kind of just go with a basic Hollywood plot, really. Which doesn't mean it's bad, it just means that it's enjoyable, but just enjoyable. Like, it's not like genius or it is like classic either. This is not like the reboots we needed. But it's not terrible either, you know. This is also definitely Kate McKinnon's movie. At least compared to all the other actresses, like, she steals the show just because of how wonderful the character is. Coming into a close second is Leslie Jones' character Patty, who is also definitely awesome. Surprisingly though, Melissa McCarthy and Kristen Wiig's characters are the weak links there. They are just not as interesting compared to Patty. And who's the other one? Holtzman? Holtzman and Patty. Like, honestly, with Melissa and Kristen, like, can we have less of them and more Patty and Holtzman, please? Like, come on. Yeah, that's all I can say. It's, like Jeff says, an okay movie. Like, if you see it, that's great. You'll have a fun time, if not, like, a mind-blowing time. If you don't see it, that's fine. Fine too. I wouldn't call it a movie you need to see this year, but you know, definitely still give it a watch. Either if you see it in theaters or wait for it to come out on rental.
All right. Yeah. What do you want to?
You want to give your opinion?
Do you want to give your opinion, Matt?
Sure. If you would, please.
Yeah, of course.
Impromptu tripod.
Yeah.
Hello there. I'm Matt, and basically, yeah, I agree with both Jeff and Ben here. This is, how would I rate this? Well, as someone who saw both the original Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2 in the theaters, I would have to say that this is definitely it's definitely on the same level as Ghostbusters 2 in that both movies don't really try for like, you know, a new storyline. It's pretty much still the same storyline, and that definitely works against this movie, especially at the very beginning of the film. The very beginning is almost beat for beat the original film. But yeah, once Kate McKinnon as Holtzman comes out on scene, she basically continuously throughout the running time of this movie breathes life into it every chance she gets. In terms of special effects, yeah, the special effects have definitely gotten a lot slicker since 1984, but really it doesn't lead to that much in terms of personality for the ghosts. Also, yeah, Leslie
Except
Jones,
for the Green Glob.
Yeah, well, the Green Glob Slimer is back. Yeah, he returns for his third appearance in a Ghostbusters movie, and he still hasn't gotten the name Slimer. 3 movies in, and he's still not called Slimer officially. But yeah, the cameos by the cast of the original films were cute. Although, to be perfectly honest, I really think this movie would have been better received by the fan base of Ghostbusters if they had not gone the reboot route where they pretended the first 2 films did not exist.
Yeah.
They definitely should have just said this is a third Ghostbusters movie, and they should have.
We have a new team.
We have a new team. Maybe have
Like
Venkman and Ray and Winston. Maybe.
maybe they're too old to keep on the franchise, so they bring in new.
Have them appear as themselves. I mean, they all 3 of those actors appear in this movie, along with a couple others. I won't tell you who, but there is a very nice tribute to Harold Ramis in the film. Overall, I would give the movie probably about 3 to 3.5 stars, and believe me, a whole star and a half of that rating is dedicated to Kate McKinnon. This is definitely her movie. She rules it. And I can only say that we've gotten too used to the shtick of Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy, because they really don't do anything different from what they've done beforehand. So, anyhow, yeah, it is kind of funny that this movie caused such an uproar on the internet, because as far as reboots go, I've definitely seen worse, Fantastic Four, and I've definitely seen better, Star Trek. But this is a fun little movie. I mean, see it on. My best recommendation is see it on matinee, and don't see it in a theater full of screaming kids who have absolutely
or screaming adults for that matter.
Yeah, who have absolutely no manners.
Oh, and if I'm not mistaken, I think one of the guys, some guy in the middle of the theater, while Kristen Wiig's character was talking about Chris Hemsworth's character is Kevin. When she was talking, when Aaron was talking about Kevin, and he's like, being all dreamy-eyed and stuff. Some guy, I could have swore, he shouted the word whore, and I was like,
wow, really?
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, really, dude? Really? I mean, it's a movie. She thinks he's attractive, Come on. I mean,
it's cute.
I mean, the next time you look a woman up and down, should I call you a whore or something?
Man whore. Alright, Nate, you want to get on this?
I thought it was a great movie. The cameos were a little lacking, I think. Bill Murray got a big role. Sigourney Weaver, I did not see enough of her, I think. She was in the end.
Spoiler alert! It's cool, dude.
That's fine.
Go ahead, it's okay.
Other than that, it was a rather faithful representation of the Bustermobile, I guess. Mm-hmm. But it was kind of, I thought it was kind of lacking in its symbolic power. Otherwise, some of the technology was a little funky, I think, but it was very strong representations of everything. It was very, very good.
Right. Well, what do we all think of Chris Hemsworth's character?
He actually has very good comedic timing. He has he has a very natural inclination towards comedy, I think. Like he delivers his lines really well. He gets really good, funny lines. He plays ditzy guy very well.
And you would not think that of Thor.
Yeah, you would not think that of Thor. He also could possibly play a convincing villain if given half a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that could be the accent, but I don't know.
Australian people are so fucking evil.
With apologies to Australia.
None for me. You dirty down on nurse.
But no, he did a really good job. One character I think was very lacking was the villain. I mean,
oh yeah.
And this is, I mean, the thing is, it wasn't really about him. It wasn't really about his story or anything like that, because he was essentially an amalgamation of all the people who, you know, want to be like this cool person who brings down society because it was mean to them and it hurt their feelings. Yeah. It's like, life sucks and I'm gonna do something about it.
World's smallest violin.
Yes. World's smallest violin.
Oh, especially the monologue part.
Oh, the monologue. I mean, it wasn't even that long, but you knew what he was gonna say. You knew what he was gonna go on about. It's like, I'm a genius. I'm ahead of my time. And like, you clean bathrooms, but then it's like. But then again, he'd probably say like, well, Einstein was a patent clerk. Yeah, but he didn't try and blow up the city. But overall, I think he was just an amalgamation of
whiny losers who think they're great.
Yeah, whiny man-child losers who think the world owes them something for their shortcomings in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it certainly would have been interesting if they had actually gone with the idea that this was a sequel. It actually would have been interesting if this bad guy had been Louis Tully.
Oh yeah,
Moranis from the original.
Now that would have been interesting.
Yeah. Him turning evil from just not getting Dana in the first movie, and then Janine leaving. The backstory could be she left him. She finally left him for Egon and stuff like that, and he just finally flipped out and went evil. I mean, this guy. It's clear that this guy. What was that guy's name?
Rowan.
Okay. It's clear that they were at least trying for a little something different this time around, instead of just the building being the bad guy. And the painting being the bad guy. They actually went for a human this time around.
Because man is the true monster.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that nice little change there, but really, underdeveloped villain.
We're gonna thank it.
But not just the man, the nerd.
Yeah, the only thing missing from him was actually the glasses.
Yeah. Agreed on the film. Like, with the first Ghostbusters, the main villain we didn't see until like the very end, and honestly, I would have been fine with that, just because so much of what really works for this movie and the original was that this is like a group of friends coming together to try to like pursue their dreams. And, you know, the whole bad guy was just part of it to move along. Like, some stories you need a, like, good, you know, strong central villain to make things interesting. Other stories, you don't really need that at all. Especially if it's more focused on, I guess, you know, if you have this element of friendship that's more in focus, the bad guy can just be an end goal. He or she or they don't have to be someone interesting per se. Chris Hemsworth, I wasn't expecting much from this role, but he was actually surprisingly funny. Like, he is very good at being a complete moron. And that's exactly what he is in this movie. Like, he is so dumb, I'm surprised that he can actually breathe. In fact, we have a theory. In fact, there's a theory now that we developed that he might have been breathing through his eyes at some point. Like, again, spoiler alerts, but you see, he has no lenses in his glasses actually. But every time like there was a shaking or a loud sound, like he would actually rub his eyes. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? That's not what people usually do. They cover their ears. So like, either he's so stupid he doesn't know where his ears are, which is very plausible. Trust me, when you watch the movie, you'll be surprised that he doesn't walk around with a helmet on his head. But that, or he's actually breathing through his eyes, which might explain why he's stupid as well.
You mean he's actually hearing through his eyes?
Yes.
Okay.
Hearing through his eyes, which again would also explain why he's stupid.
Yeah.
His anatomy is all wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. This, if anyone's going to this movie expecting Chris Hemsworth to be the Huntsman or Thor, then no, you're actually going to get something closer to his character from Vacation, probably.
Except for just there.
Well, at
hopefully.
least we think we didn't see Vacation because we avoided it like the plague.
Because, quite honestly, we wanted to keep our brain cells.
Obviously, Kevin saw Vacation 3
Obviously.
times.
Yeah, obviously.
Right.
I think I finally, but...
What did we think of the ghosts?
Well, actually, that was something I was just thinking about. The ghosts in this movie are like I said before, the special effects have definitely come quite a ways in 32 years since the original movie. And the overall look of the film is definitely... I would definitely say that the person who shot the film and the director were fans not of the original film but of the Ghostbusters cartoon series that ran in the 80s and early 90s, because the overall look of the film definitely reminded me of the bright color, cartoonish look of the cartoon series, and the depictions of the ghosts definitely followed that sort of that look. I mean, the opening ghost is a bright blue with red overtones, and the other ghosts are shades of green and blue. But yeah, there's a very bright, very slick color and scheme to the film, which definitely falls in line with the color scheme of the cartoon series more than the movies. So yeah, it's pretty clear. So yeah, the ghosts weren't quite as horrifying as the ones in the original movie.
I think that was kind of the point, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it certainly seemed like it, which goes along with what I'm saying about this being made by people who are fans of the cartoon show more than the original movies, because, yeah, there's a definite appeal, an attempt to appeal to those fans who were less horror fans and more Saturday morning cartoon fans.
I kind of actually have a problem with that. Like, even if it's a horror comedy like the original, like Ghostbusters is, there still needs to be a horrifying part. And although there was a pretty well-timed jump scare with the first ghost encounter, that was it. I much prefer it when special effects are used to make something really terrifying. Which people argue you can't do that with CGI anymore. I would say that you can, like Babadook's a good example. Because the Babadook, even though they did use like practical effects, they made sure to also use CGI, and oh god, the Babadook. That was horrifying. But yeah, with this one, you could definitely tell that they were going for a more cartoony look for the ghosts instead of, you know, like rotten, fleshy corpses, which is, or, you know, like scary demons. Although there was one demon and he was well designed, it's just he wasn't use enough for the horror elements.
Are you talking about the one that was at the concert?
Yeah, the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is probably my favorite scene from the movie, honestly. Although I have to say, they have got to use heavy metal bands for these kind of movies because that band just fucking sucked. Like, let me tell you, they would have been booed off the stage at a real heavy metal concert.
Plus the lead singer was a real wimp getting thrown around like that.
It was. It's like
you wouldn't catch Ozzy getting thrown around like that.
Yeah, which, by the way, movie having again, spoiler alert, so this whole thing vlog's just made spoil central, so don't watch it. But there was a joke where Ozzy, not a real Ozzy, an impersonator, I believe,
No, it's the real Ozzy.
Yeah,
oh, that was?
It was the real Ozzy.
That was the real Ozzy Osbourne.
Ah, okay. Well, he mentions his ex-wife Sharon, and that was just kind of bad taste, now that they're getting divorced and all.
Yeah, poor timing.
Yeah, definitely poor timing.
Yeah, it also implies that if they did make the gag when they did shoot the gag when they knew that Ozzy and his wife were divorcing, then they were definitely playing up the idea that Ozzy isn't right in the head, which
kind of offensive toward Ozzy.
Kind of offensive toward Ozzy.
Yeah.
I mean, when I saw when I saw that they actually did have a cameo by Ozzy Osbourne, I was half expecting him to push the Ghostbusters aside. Basically, the ghost come right up to him and he'd bite the head off the ghost, which certainly would have been completely in character.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure somebody would have said, no, we can't do that because he did that in Little Nicky, and dear God, do we actually want to emulate an Adam Sandler film?
Why not? We wanted him to bite off Adam Sandler's head. That's the thing.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, but the ghosts, they were okay. Like, they definitely visually striking. But for me, with horror, I just like writing my monsters to look disgusting and make me want to, sleep with the light on. That's just me.
Oh no, I totally agree with you on that. If this was more geared towards horror, then I'd be in total agreement with you. But it's and let's not mince words. It is a cash grab. It's a total cash grab. Banking in on nostalgia and everything like that. It's nakedly obvious. But as far as like the monsters go, for the tone they're going for, and for what they were trying to do with trying to be inclusive and reach a PG-13 rating, it was okay.
The original,
you could do a lot worse.
Wasn't the original like PG-13 or PG?
This is like PG.
Yeah.
But PG was like, but that was like the rating system let a lot of things slide back then.
Right.
The original movie was released in 1984, which was 2 years before. The original movie was released in 1984, and in 1984, also Gremlins was released, and so was Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. So basically, the original Ghostbusters was part of this group of movies that kind of created the PG-13 rating because it was, and it's more Gremlins. It's more like Gremlins and Indiana Jones are the one, and the Temple of Doom are the two that often get credited with creating the PG-13 rating. But yeah, the original Ghostbusters was definitely PG, which is kind of funny considering it actually had a gag where one of the ghosts gives Dan Aykroyd's character a BJ. But of course, it's meant to be a dream. I'm still like how that worked. But and the sequel was rated PG-13 in 1989 when it came out 5 years later. So, but yeah, definitely, like I said before, the overall tone of the movie definitely seems to be eliciting more the tone of the cartoon show than the live-action movies. So, in that sense, I don't know. Well, Jeff, if you look at it from that sense, what do you think of the ghosts in this movie?
Well, they would be a good fit for the cartoon show.
Yeah, they would.
Because essentially they're cartoons. They're CGI cartoons that just are very brightly colored. They come to life. Slimer's doing his thing, and apparently he has a wife now. Not sure how that works.
Yeah. Slimer gets the ladies. So.
I mean, I guess it's like Danny Phantom, where the box ghost and the lunch lady somehow made a child called Box Lunch. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's about all I got to say about it. Closing thoughts?
Hang on.
Nate?
We need Nate to get his opinion on the
Along the
ghost.
same line as the ghosts, I particularly remember this one ghost that was supposedly like flashing everyone, but when it turned around,
Oh yeah, that was actually funny.
He was all in green and it was all brightly colored. It was a very, very much a cartoon character.
Right. They also continued kind of this weird thing with the Ghostbusters movies where they have to have something come out of the New York, from the underground of New York.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see, in the first movie it was... What was in the first movie? Oh, yeah. In the first movie it was kind of the ghost dogs that... and in the second movie, it was a gag where a woman's fur coat came to life and ran off. And here they went straight for the ultimate by having ghost rats come out of the subway.
Because, goddamn, our New York rats evil.
Right.
Alright, should we get to closing arguments now?
Yeah.
Or closing words, I should say.
Basically what I said before, this movie did not deserve even a tenth of the hatred it got.
Or even of the blind appraisal.
Or even the blind praise. You know, I mean, like I said, it's okay. It's good.
Perfectly.
You know, it's not terrible. It's not terrific. It's just good. It's average. You know, so see it at a matinee, buy the Blu-ray if you want. But I mean, if you're a Ghostbusters completionist, then go right ahead. I mean, like I said, chances are you've made up your mind on whether you want to see it or whether you don't want to see it, or whether you hate it or you don't hate it. And you'll either like it or you won't, and either one's fine. Just don't be a dick about it, okay? Don't go on saying, oh, woman's ruined my childhood, and whatever. So just, guys, chill out.
Yeah. Matt?
Final thoughts. Well, I'm almost tempted to make a mockery of the Batman, saying here. Is it the Ghostbusters? Is it the Ghostbusters movie? How's that phrase go again?
It's not the one we need, but it's the one we deserve. And in a sense, that's true.
That's true. It's not the one that Ghostbusters fans have been begging and pleading and jumping up and down all over the place for, but it is kind of the one we deserve, because we've entered into this new realm of movie making where everything has to be
A franchise.
Not only that, but nostalgia for previous works are now the superficial nostalgia for previously made movies has now become really paramount in movie making. So this is the 5th movie I've seen that's been a continuation of something that was made in the 80s, or hit its really big stride in the 80s in the last year. So I definitely would say this is below the quality of Creed and Mad Max Fury Road, which were definitely the two best that I saw out of the 5. But actually, I would rate this definitely higher than... It was definitely more enjoyable and had way fewer people doing dumb things than Jurassic World. And,
oh god, yes. Like, there's no running in high heels here.
Right. And I think I'll just say that see it for Kate McKinnon all the way.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
She totally steals the film, and definitely Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy just give us more of the same. So
Try something new.
yeah, they definitely should try something new. Hell, Kristen Wiig was funnier in The Martian, where she was essentially playing a straight role. But that's about it. I mean, it's a very slickly produced film. I give it 3.5 stars, so I'm actually being very generous to it. But there were some funny moments, and there were some exciting moments. There's also a couple of moments where you just kind of scratched your head and go, "What?" But it's definitely this Ghostbusters definitely merits at least a look. It may not merit universal praise or universal loathing. It definitely doesn't deserve universal loathing. Ugh, sheesh. But hey, who are you gonna call?
Kate McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon.
Nate, your thoughts?
I mean, I agree about Kate McKinnon. She steals the show. Like, it's all about her, really. Like, she gets a lot of decent support from Kristen Wiig and from Melissa McCarthy, but she steals it. Like, she's just her character.
Leslie Jones. Yeah.
But she steals it. Like, her character is just on point the whole time. Like, it's incredible, really.
Yep.
It's like. It's perfectly middle of the road. Yes, it's a decent movie. It doesn't deserve hate or any strong emotions, like any extreme emotions. Kind of okay.
All right.
All right, Ben, your final thoughts
Okay,
on
my final thoughts on it. From day one, I've been laughing at the controversy it caused online. The people who were like, it destroyed or like raped my childhood or whatever. And I'm also laughing at the people who are thinking, we gotta fight for this film because it's an old girl thing.
Because zero and G feminism.
Yeah. And it's like, guys, no, this is not like Fury Road territory. Fury Road OC was not just an enjoyable movie, it was a cinematic masterpiece. Like, holy shit, was that a movie to count as, like a feminist revolution thing. This movie, however, is enjoyable. Like, it's a nice way to say, like, spend an afternoon or an evening with friends or family when you have nothing else to do. It's not essential, like, to see it. But yeah, it doesn't deserve universal praise or loathing. This is definitely a movie that you'll either think is enjoyable or maybe just meh and forgettable. Kate McKinnon. I want to watch more movies in her now because that's her and Leslie Jones. Oh my god, the chemistry between those characters. Like, honestly, now I have to hunt down everything that they do from now on because they are the best.
Nice.
Yes. So yeah, Ghostbusters 2016. Maybe not the movie that we were hoping for, and also definitely not the movie that we should all get upset over. But at the end of it, hey, if you want to kill some time, go ahead and watch it. And also Kate McKinnon, please do more work. Please.
All right, for Ben, Nate, Matt, and myself, we'll bid you good night.